Evaluate the integral of 5x squared minus 3 over x cubed minus x dx. So we have a rational algebraic expression, so which is a proper rational algebraic expression because the degree of the numerator, the highest power of x, is less than the degree of the denominator. The degree of the numerator is 2, and the degree of the denominator is 3. So 2 is less than 3. So this is a proper rational algebraic expression. So we don't need to do long division. So we can proceed to partial fraction decomposition, but we factor out first the denominator. So if we factor out the denominator, we factor out first the common monomial factor in x cubed and x, that's x, right? So if we factor out x, x cubed will become x squared minus x will become 1. And then we can factor out this further using difference of two squares. So what's the factored form of x squared minus 1? So that's x times x minus 1 times x plus 1. Okay, so this is first case of partial fraction decomposition because we just have linear factors that are unique. Because all of the factors here has an exponent of 1. So using partial fraction decomposition, or PFD for short, we write the given integrand 5x squared minus 3 over x times x minus 1 times x plus 1. And then, since we have 3 non-repeating linear factors, we consider all the 3 factors. We will have 3 fractions. So for the first one, the denominator will be the first linear factor x. For the second one, the second linear factor x minus 1. And for the third one, the x plus 1. So since all the factors are linear, the numerator should just be a constant. So we denote by usually capital letters of the alphabet. Let's say for x, I will put capital A, for x minus 1, capital B, and for x plus 1, capital C. So the goal here is to find the values of A, B, and C. So after we set up the partial fraction form, we multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD, which is always the original denominator of the given integral, which is the x times x minus 1 times x plus 1. So we multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. So for the left side, we will just cancel all the factors, and we will be left with the numerator 5x squared minus 3. For a over x, if we multiply by the LCD, we will cancel out the x. We are left with a times x minus 1 times x plus 1. Plus, for b over x minus 1 times the LCD, we can cancel out the x minus 1. We are left with b times x plus 1. Lastly, for c over x plus 1 multiplied by the LCD, we will cancel out the x plus 1. We are left with c times x minus 1. So we have two methods here. You can apply the cover-up method or the equating coefficients. Or you can set a value of x here in such a way that you can just solve a single unknown. For example, if we set x equal to 0, notice that the b and c has a common factor of x, but the a doesn't have a factor of x. If we set x is equal to 0 and substitute x here, this term will become 0 because it will be multiplied by 0. And we will be left with the unknown a. So we can solve the capital A. So let's do that. Substitute x is equal to 0 to every x in the equation. So we have 5 times 0 squared minus 3 is equal to a times 0 minus 1 times 0 plus 1 plus b times 0 plus 1 plus c times 0 minus 1. So this will become 0. So we will have 5 times 0 squared minus 3 is negative 3. And then a times 0 minus 1 times 0 plus 1. So negative 1 times 1. Negative 1 times a, negative a. So we can solve for a by dividing both sides by negative 1. Therefore, the value of a is negative 3 divided by negative 1, positive 3. Next, how about if we try to find the value of b? What value of x can we have? So notice that a and c has a common factor of x minus 1. So if we set x equal to 1, if we try to plug in 1 in x minus 1, 1 minus 1 will become 0. Likewise here in c. So therefore, we will cancel out the a and c and we will be left with c since it has no factor of x minus 1. So we set x is equal to 1 to every x in the equation. So 5 times 1 square minus 3 equals 8 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 1 plus b times 1 times 1 plus 1 plus c times 1 times 1 minus 1. So this will become 0, also this one. So we will have 5 times 1 square minus 3, that's 5 minus 3 or 2. And for b, we have b times 1 times 1 plus 1. So 1 times 1 plus 1 or 2, we have 2b. So we can solve for b, divide both sides by 2. So b is 2 divided by 2 or 1. Next, last for the value of c, we can set x this time equal to what? So notice this time b and a have a common factor of x plus 1. So we can set x equal to negative 1, right? Since if you plug in x negative 1 in x plus 1, negative 1 plus 1 is 0. So a and b will be eliminated. So we substitute negative 1 again to every x in the equation. So we will have 5 times negative 1 square minus 3 equals 8 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 1 plus 1 plus b times negative 1 times negative 1 plus 1 plus c times negative 1 times negative 1 minus 1. So this will become 0. Simplifying 5 times quantity negative 1 square, it's still 5 minus 3, 2. For c, we have c times negative 1 times negative 1 minus 1. So negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2 times negative 1 times negative 2, positive 2c. So we can solve for c, divide both sides by 2. So therefore, c is equal to 2 divided by 2 or 1. So now that we have all the values of the unknown, a, b, and c, we can plug in the sum of partial fraction. So copy the sum of partial fraction form. Then substitute the values of a, b, and c. So for a, we have positive 3. So 3 over x plus b, we have positive 1. 1 over x minus 1 plus c, we also have 1. So we have 1 over x plus 1. And then this is now the terms that we will integrate, which can be easily integrated using natural logarithms. They are all leading to ln, natural logarithms. So we distribute first the integral to every term. So we will have 3 integral of dx over x plus integral of dx over x minus 1 plus integral of dx over x plus 1. So for 3 integral of dx, that's just equal to 3 ln x plus integral of dx over x minus 1. So shortcut formula, if you have the integral of du over u plus b, where b here is a constant, and notice that the coefficient of u is just 1, the shortcut formula for this integral is equal to ln of the denominator u plus b. So likewise here, we have a linear factor in the denominator, or a linear expression in the denominator, and both the coefficients of x are 1. So therefore, the integral of dx over x minus 1 is simply the ln of x minus 1 plus the integral of dx over x plus 1 is also ln x plus 1. Then put plus c for the final answer.